Hello, and welcome. How are you? I'm fine. How are you guys doing today?
You
To quote Pearl Jam, the "I'm still alive."
I don't think that's what he said.
I was too. I know I was too comprehensible.
Yeah.
I didn't slur it enough.
So I think the bottom line is that we have all managed to crawl ourselves out of the crater of life to bring you this wonderful RPG stream. So great big exciting news, people! Ya boy just launched a brand new serial novel. Boom, right there. Litany of Fire, Destroyer. What did I say it was called? A historical fantasy novel set in medieval France during the time of the 100 Years' War and the Black Plague. Were you going to say something, Tom?
I was going to congratulate Adam.
Oh, congratulations, Adam.
What did I did?
on your book.
Oh, I got a book too. There it is.
Well, you are clearly his boy.
I made the picture. I put the little card in the corner for that.
Adam's book is The Art of Simping.
So it is a serial novel, which means Yusuf. Last time, Last time what? What's this about the last episode?
Oh, yeah, this is probably the last episode. For this one, possibly. Yeah, we don't know. Shenanigans may happen.
Never underestimate our ability to prolong a campaign.
I put Adam in charge of doing the blast in our streaming thing. I don't actually know what he wrote, but I'm imagining that this should be the last session of The Bubble, which is this particular adventure that we've been doing.
And thank you for the subscriptions, Yusuf and Valernos.
Yes, thank you very much.
You guys have created a hype train, which is like the second. So everybody else subscribe right now.
Anyway, new book. It is currently only available on Amazon.com/Kindle-Vella. My understanding is that phone apps will be rolling out in the near future, which would make life very much easier, but for now it is web page only. New chapters come out weekly, and you get the first 3 for free. The others are running like 20 cents. Although, Amazon's giving out free tokens right now, which is more than enough to unlock everything I've ever written so far. Hey, Anonymous Cheerer, thank you for 5 bits.
And Daestra as well.
Not to be outdone, thank you for 10 bits. All right, previously on They Came From Beneath the Sea, some crap happened, then let's begin. You guys finally managed to reconnect with Florida Man Jones and return the atomic-powered Gyalar pipe to his hand. Currently, you... Okay, Anonymous Cheerer, thank you again.
Oh, is it going to become a fucking competition?
Everybody spam our thing with exactly 1 bit more than the other guy. No, Kyle, he is doing something. If he shows up later, then he shows up later. I don't know. We haven't heard from him. But we'll see what happens. Currently, you guys are contemplating an escape from this underground city/compound of the super intelligent dolphins. And I believe, if memory serves, you are about to commandeer one of their strange, sleek watercraft.
I believe our plan was we were going to hijack one of their crafts, and then we were going to get close to where their pipes are. They're like holding them up or whatever. And I believe Tom was going to throw the Swolnir in order to destabilize their little stupid dolphin city.
Okay.
Dolphins.
So, if that is what you would like to do, then I will give the floor to you, as you are currently in the armory of this strange bubble city, and all around you, you can see soldiers, both human and dolphinoid, training in combat drills and calling out commands, their voices echoing in this tiny compressed area. Hi, am I? Before you looms this odd, sleek craft, a little bit bigger than maybe a city bus. What would you like to do? Now,
Does it look like it's... I was going to ask if it's difficult to enter. Does it have like one of those like landing pads coming down, or?
It looks like it's such advanced technology that it's actually just kind of hovering there at the moment. So you're going to have to figure out how to actually get up to it and access it.
If it's hovering, how does it know how to brake?
Advanced technology. It is beyond us.
Turn to Florida Man and give him like a deep look in the eyes. And I'm like, you wouldn't happen to know how to access this craft, would you?
Quick, Florida Man, do something stupid.
I
remember, yeah, he can only speak dolphin right now.
Oh yeah, he's so fucking baked.
I know that.
I'm only fluent in one language.
But he is telepathic.
Yeah.
That is one of the most frightening things for a crackhead to have access to.
Telepathy.
I can read other people's thoughts.
Cracked out Charles Xavier.
Oh no. As long as I can't control the people to do my crazy things.
Hey man, I stand by what I said. Malkavians are way scarier with Dominate than they ever were with Demontation. Hey HTG, how's it going? We have missed you, friend. Also, you too, Yusuf. We notice when you're not here.
In 13 months, HTG, happy for the next one, yeah. And tier 3, yeah. Yeah. You're a
Maybe
monster.
visiting your country next year, Yusuf.
Oh, you will be?
No, I was going to say prepare for the Texans to invade Canada.
Did you guys know Canada actually has an army?
Yes.
Canada has a pretty decorated army.
Really?
Yeah.
That one blew me away. I kind of thought they were like Japan.
I mean, technically, Japan has a military. They just don't like to call it that.
I thought after World War II they physically were not allowed to have one.
Oh yeah, that's why it's the self-defense.
Yeah, they only defend, but America can help them.
But that was actually changed a year or two ago.
Yeah, they looked at the United States and they're like, I don't know if we can rely on these people to help us.
I think it was more of the whole North Korea thing.
You know what? That's fair, Yusuf. It was a pretty big brain fart on my part. But still, I was okay.
You just assumed it was a bunch of Mounties.
Yeah, basically. Like, I knew you guys had RCMP, but those guys are mostly like cops.
RCMP sounds like something from the Soviet bloc.
They did love their abbreviations.
They did.
So Florida Man,
do
you know how to enter this vessel?
I assume I do. Or just telepathically open it, I suppose, because that's what I figured I can do with my dolphin knowledge.
Adam, it's telepathy, not telekinesis.
For a minute, no one doesn't know that. Neither does that. I was kidding.
So I think I did grant you like a prescient understanding of all of their technology.
Yeah, something like that. So
I will tell you this. The manner of egress into this craft is controlled remotely. You understand that just by looking at it. However, where that actual control might be, you're not so sure.
Kind of like crouched down, trying not to be seen, looking for like a means of ingress into the thing.
You crouch behind me.
Hiding in the shadow.
Crouching down, looking at it from the bottom, you see nothing. The hull of the craft is sort of this convex, incredibly smooth, shiny metallic surface. You don't see anything sort of like a crease or a separation or a hinge or anything that might denote a door, but that's looking at it from the bottom. Being an analytical sort, Dalen can pretty effectively determine that this craft is accessed from the top.
Or Lincoln Graham just pull it open there.
I'll turn to Lincoln Graham and be like, big guy, you think you can toss me on top of that thing?
How hard?
Gently, if you will.
I use my 2 fingers and
Just a pinch and a toss.
just. Do I need a roll for this?
You don't
Do I need
need
a roll to be gentle?
You don't need to. I will ask you if you want to.
I'll let Adam decide.
I'll let the dice decide it.
Or we'll let the chat decide.
Last time we let the chat decide something, they made the Malkavian Prince of LA.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Everybody voted for Dracula.
Bela Lugosi?
Dracula Lugosi.
Dracula Lugosi's dead, or at least that's what Bauhaus told me.
I do love our chat. They love to watch the world burn. HTG says throw him hard. Might have to ask you for the roll, Tom.
The most great... Daestra, I don't think you understand how Graham works.
Alright, so that's going to be a physical athletics.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the craft is hovering about 15 feet off the ground. How'd you do, Tom?
I only got 3 successes.
Okay, so that's enough to launch Dalen 30 feet. We'll figure 10 feet per success, so you just get hurled straight up into the air and are plummeting 15 feet straight down onto this craft. What would you like to do, Josh?
I'm going to try to do the athletic thing. I'm going to try to do like a nice roll.
All right. I will also ask you for physical athletics.
In that case, I will go with finesse. And I get 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So, Dalen, as she's falling, she sort of appraises the situation, turns in the air and aims for sort of where it begins to slope. She bangs her shoulder pretty hard. I'm going to ask you to take 1 point of damage, but other than that, she's able to roll with the curvature of the ship and right herself.
One tear falls down Graham's face. You know her, friend.
No.
I'm going to kind of stand up and like pop my shoulder back into place. And then I'm going to start scanning the top of this craft for a means of entrance.
Yeah, you can absolutely see that there's a wide bay on top here that sort of bisects into these 2 doors. Looks like the hinges are sort of set onto the inside of the craft, but you can very clearly see their outlines as they sort of contour and form to the shape of the craft.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch that.
Sure. So you very clearly see the outline of 2 bay doors sitting on top of the craft that sort of contour to the shape of it. The hinges look like they are set inside, but you very clearly can see that this is the entrance to the ship itself.
So I'm going to kind of go up to one of the doors. And I'm going to try doing like the old person thing, like with one of those automatic trash cans, and like wave my hand over it, see if it opens.
It does not. You do not seem to trip a sensor.
I'm going to start kind of like running near it to see if there's like a button that I can't see that presses in.
No. Again, it's completely smooth. I'll tell you what, Dalen, while you're up there, while you got about a good 15-foot vantage, why don't you give me some kind of perception roll?
Can I, as the Florida man, look for the remote that I think exists?
You, as the Florida man, I will allow you to tap into your powers of meth prescience, and I will also give you the perception roll.
Meth and crack. He's assembling the Infinity Gauntlets.
just has very different stones.
No. The Infinity Gauntlet of drugs.
Meth, crack, crocodile. Another one success.
Another one success. How did you do, Adam?
I am trying to see where. Huh. Where is perception now? My brain's not working. Where's perception?
I don't think there actually is a perception stat. Is there, Josh?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't think there actually is a perception stat. I think we've been using survival for this.
Yes.
Okay. Then I can do that for sure. Yeah. Then I'll use, I guess, knowledge survival of some kind. Yeah. Need more dice?
Adam, Jesus Christ, we really need to get you a set of dice, my guy.
I have more dice, but they're too far away right now. I always forget to bring
you
them
son
up.
of a bitch. Are you really sitting there playing a dice pool game with one fucking D10?
With 3 D10s. Okay.
Oh, you know what? You're trying. Okay, I won't share
three. I got
it.
3 of them. Just have to roll it 3 times. I'll fucking drop one. Yeah.
Well, leave it. You got 2 more.
Okay. Then I have 4 successes.
Okay. As you sort of zone out, you hear in the back of your mind this chorus, what would be the chorus of angels, but it's all in like dolphin clicks. And your consciousness sort of sluices through the ether until you see through Detective Dalen Brewer's eyes. Detective Dalen, from your perch up on this vessel, you sort of look across the yard, across this fleet of similar things, and you can see one of these strange robot riding bipedal dolphins as they sort of move over to one of these crafts with several humans in tow. And you can see with one gangly flipper, he sort of goes boop, boop, boop on his belt, and you see the craft sort of drift down and the pod bay doors open.
Pod bay doors now, Hal.
So it uses a belt to open it?
It does look like the controls are on their belts.
I can't remember if we still have that dolphin that we weakened at Bernie's.
I think so, but I don't know.
I don't remember you guys getting rid of it, so yeah, I think you do. GM says you do. He's just sort of standing in the background, limp, with a huge fucking chunk taking out of his head. Huh?
I'm gonna lean over the edge of the craft as best as I can and kind of like try to whisper loudly. I'm gonna be like, Lincoln, throw the dolphin up here.
Do I need to be graceful? Okay. Then I chuck the dolphin.
Interesting decision. So what I would like you to do at this point for me is to give me another physical athletics.
Oh. Just
gonna be splattered all on the side of this.
I'm hoping that I splatter him on the fucking bubble. That's 4 successes and 2 explosions. Another 2 successes and an explosion.
Ooh.
And another. So what was that? That was 4, 2.
Total of 7, right?
2, 4. Yeah.
Off liver, no.
So with your 7 successes, are you aiming at the craft, or are you aiming at sort of the force field around you?
I'm aiming wherever I threw Dalen.
Okay, so just straight up. So Dalen sort of backs up from the lip as you see this huge fucking porpoise with its mechanical legs dangling as it rockets straight up, and there's this deafening boom as it strikes the top. Dalen, you are sort of like hit with these droplets as like oil and ambergris and probably like stomach contents begin raining down on you. This thing is stuck dangling, and its robot legs come sliding off of it like a belt. Boom! Into the bottom of the craft. The craft rocks in the air, dips low before it slowly pulls itself back down.
If this society somehow exists, that's gonna become like that dolphin has to stay there, otherwise the bubble can't like the bubble will just all fucking fall apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see the dolphin is sort of stuck there. His head and the roof of this chamber are melded together.
You said like the body or the mechanical part fell down?
The mechanical part fell down, and as it sort of crashed onto the thing, you can see that bits and pieces and metal plates have sort of exploded in all directions.
So as it's falling down, does it fall down right next to me or like a little bit away from me?
I'll allow you to choose.
I want it to fall right next to me. I want to try to pull the belt off of like the bits of carcass as it's about to hit the vessel.
So the thing to understand is that the belt and the legs are one piece. It's basically a dolphin in a robot suit. Or with robot legs.
I hope that their legs are like chicken legs. So their like knees are backwards.
I'm just imagining a dolphin attached to what's the police robot? The one on two legs from RoboCop?
E-109?
Yeah. I'm just imagining one of those with a dolphin in it.
Yeah, basically. So as this thing sort of crumples down to the deck, again, just bits of metal and shrapnel and buttons pop off in all directions. These robot suits do have stats, and Lincoln Graham has inflicted enough damage to destroy it.
So we gotta find another
You
dolphin.
get some pieces, but do the buttons still work?
Okay, we will let the dice decide. Lincoln, I would like you to give me a percentile roll. Josh, you will roll under him.
I would.
In that case, luck may be a lady tonight.
Okay, let's see. Here's the 10s. 46.
46.
I got a 15.
15. Okay. So it does look like that particular control panel that you saw them manipulating earlier has survived. The legs themselves absorbed most of the impact and just sort of crushed like tin cans underneath the weight of this thing. But luckily, the console has survived.
The dolphin part took all the damage.
The what now?
The dolphin is what took the damage.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming these bubbles are pressurized, but if these things ever have to like leave the bubble, they have to be able to handle a pretty good amount of pressure. So it might be pretty solidly built. I'm gonna kind of like look at the machinery, admire it, and be like, "Damn! Say what you will about these dolphins, they can build a fine piece of machinery. I need to find out if they can make a coffee maker." And I know not. I have zero technology.
That's going to
But
be.
I'm gonna look.
This is where Lincoln comes. No, I'm just kidding.
As you're sort of like poring over the console, Lincoln and Florida Man on the ground sort of hear the telltale whoop, 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 and Florida Man behind you, you hear, "You there! What has become of that one?" And as you turn, you see there are two dolphins behind you, sort of gesturing to the dolphins stuck on the roof of the chamber with their strange scepters.
You went up.
You got bit by a bigger fish. Let's speak to the dolphin there.
How, pray tell, did he go up?
When you get thrown up, when you go back down, only way to go back down is down.
What? What was that sentence?
I don't know.
So you hear Florida Man say this, and it's coming out as like dolphin clicks and dolphin noises, which they can understand. Adam, I would like a social whatever the fuck you want. Go ahead and roll it for me.
I want them to have a fucking insanity check
What?
for that one. I want them to have an insanity check for that one.
So
That's
few.
Jaden Smith level fucking philosophy right there.
Sometimes I like to imagine that Adam was actually like a very well-known Chinese philosopher in a past life, and he's actually speaking in pure aphorisms. It's being filtered through two different brain languages.
We just don't he is on a level far beyond us.
No one will understand my damage shaped triangle.
Adam, I thought you would take offense to being Chinese rather than Japanese.
They're both. I'm gonna say now.
No, China is asshole. We know this. Taiwan number one.
Taiwan number one. Two. One more die.
I wonder how West Taiwan is doing right now.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. And what stats did you choose to roll?
These persuasion.
Enigmas.
Okay.
And
Persuasion is a far more cogent stat than I was expecting.
Persuade them with my Jungtaka.
So they sort of look you over for a while, and this expression comes across their face. It's a dolphin expression. So Lincoln Graham doesn't quite understand the intricacies, the nuances of the way their eyes sort of tilt and the way they pull back their lips until one of them says, "Ah, yes, the old parable. This one truly speaks with the authority of Arafaun."
Who did you find?
Can you tell us what you saw, then? Was there some sort of malfunction?
Are you gonna get them, like... This is where he becomes a fucking dolphin prophet, isn't it?
Become the Lord of the Dolphins. For the hour, because only... I'll smoke one a day to keep it going.
But you can never speak English again.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're gonna have to require a sacrifice. They have to sacrifice a dolphin for you to get your prophetic visions.
Not the pipe. So one sacrifice he's not willing to make.
You are literally becoming the Rosetta Stone fucking song.
What song from her?
The Tool?
Yes.
I think that's the closest thing to a compliment Tom has ever given you. No, that's not true. That's not true. Tom has said that you are the best of all of us, and I agree.
Then I shall say to the dolphins, I guess try to persuade them, saying it. His legs malfunctioned. He was launched into the air.
Yeah, your legs were made by Hyundai.
Yeah.
Or was it Toyota that had all the fucking recalls?
It was
Firestone?
Toyota.
Oh god, I'm showing my age if I remember the Firestone recall.
So, like, either Hyundai or Nissan has notoriously had a lot of vehicle recalls over the many years.
Great sweltering depths! What was it that caused the malfunction?
Do I look like I know how your technology works? how our technology works?
Adam, you are the only one here that understands how their technology works.
No, but like, do I look like I understand? Like, do I visually look like I understand
Okay.
it? But I don't know if the judge be like that.
So they sort of turn to each other. This one speaks the truth. His puny human intellect is beneath us. Very well. We shall go to the science wing and do some research.
You have a raid, folks?
Oh, we have a raid. Hey, Vancouver by night.
What?
What's up, guys?
We actually got raided?
Yeah, how's it going?
We got raided before we closed the stream, too, guys. It's that pog. That's pretty pog.
Yeah, this is the first.
And there they go.
Martlet Games, thank you.
Ooh.
All right, so
We're
as
just being shitlords. Like always.
So, Dalen, Lincoln, you hear Florida Man just sort of chitter at them in dolphin language, and then they sort of look at each other and as the bipedal robot dolphins begin strutting away. Oh, dude, Martlet Games, thank you. We genuinely appreciate that. Hi, welcome, Raiders. So, I think, the proper Twitch thing to do is, hi, we are Caffeinated Conquest. Rose Bulbasaur, thanks for the follow. Are we technically variety streamers? Are we, though?
Technically, yes.
D Maple, thank you. Or is it DM Maple? Tabletop Games, I'm not sure, but welcome and thank you. Zaxamilli, awesome. So, we stream mostly tabletop RPGs, and Hyrule Gardener, awesome. I love your work. The shrubbery in the Royal Castle is some of my favorite. We stream mostly tabletop games, and in that, mostly World of Darkness and Onyx Path games. So, welcome.
And occasional video games.
What now?
And occasional video games.
That's technically what makes us variety streamers. Speaking of which, what are you streaming next week, Tom?
It's a surprise.
Oh, ooh,
for both,
for everybody, for Tom too.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome. Hang out, stick around. Hope you like what you see. In the meantime, so Detective Dalen Brewer, you have managed to access the control panel that you believe will open this craft, though you know not how to access it. Florida Man Jones has convinced 2 of the prefecture of the pod not to murder you where you stand. Lincoln Graham has standing there having just thrown a fully grown dolphin to the roof of the chamber, and has recently remembered that they're standing there with the senator, as I have as well.
Oh, should I throw the senator too?
Can I get the senator out of here?
He did get his brain literally washed in some kind of strange substance we don't recognize, but I did put some of it in my coffee thermos for further research. So I'm going to kind of sit crisscross in front of this machinery, and I don't know how it works, but I'm going to see if the way the buttons are arranged look like any occult patterns I might have read in any of the books that I've done in my mystical journeys.
Ooh.
Well, one's an X, one's a square, one's a triangle, one's a circle.
Yes, the runes.
Okay, I feel like this is a Call of Cthulhu moment, where something tangentially relates to an ancient cult from way back when. So, I'm going to give you the roll for that. So we'll go ahead and do intellect. What do you want to do with this? What do you feel is the appropriate roll, Josh?
I will say enigmas.
Okay. All right, so mental enigmas, if you please.
That is, thankfully, one of my biggest dice pools.
And apparently one of Adam's too.
Oh, you know, we found that out as well. All right, cunning enigmas. 3 with 1 explosion. 4 successes.
4 successes. So you think back. or I should say Detective Dalen thinks back as the sort of screen begins to fluctuate and wave, signaling to the audience that we're going into a flashback sequence. And Detective Dalen thinks back to a trip she took 5 years ago to Marrakesh, as she is sipping tea with some monks, and there's a conversation happening about long before the first civilizations, there was archaeological evidence of a sea god. Perhaps it was Dagon, perhaps it was Neptune, perhaps it was some sort of composite myth pulling from each and lending to all. And there was indeed sort of this, shall we say, sacred geometry for this god, and you can sort of see, now that you're thinking about it, now that you're working it through your brains, you've been noticing this pattern throughout most of the bubble, throughout most of this strange undersea city that you've been exploring, and it manifests even in the smashed, shattered, barely functioning console. And sort of arrayed similarly to the bubble itself are these buttons on this console, and towards the bottom, with these indecipherable runes, right where you would have entered the city itself, you think that's probably where they would have put the button to open and close the bays. That perhaps maybe that particular set of that geometry has something to do with the worship of this sea god.
Kind of put my hands together and bow to it, and I'm going to press the button I think is going to work.
All right. So you press the button, and there's like a poof of sparks, and a crackle of electricity dances across the panel. But after a minute or so, and there's like this whirring, and there's clicking, and you're not really sure if you should step back because it might explode. But eventually you hear this as the bay doors begin to glide open. Now, this is interesting. You look down into what appears to be this very, very empty, very austere, shall we say, it looks almost like a bay. Like maybe a cargo bay. There's literally nothing here. There's no controls, there's no like windows, no viewing ports, nothing. It's completely empty up top. And there's another set of doors towards the bottom. And as the doors open, you are immediately hit with this strong smell of sea salt and brine.
I'm going to kind of grab the broken machinery and drag it with me into the basically into the vessel.
Okay, so we are talking about like several hundred pounds of wrecked machinery. Can you come up with a clever situation as to how Dalen would be able to move that? Lincoln Graham definitely can move that, but Dalen is not Lincoln.
You want me to throw the senator up? Will that help?
Teamwork, hey guys.
You want me to throw Florida Man? He has crackhead strength.
The most feral of all strengths.
So our battle might be less legendary if Florida Man and Lincoln Graham ever have to duke it out. Swolnir versus the Atomic Crank Pipe.
So my instinct would say FBI training would dictate I have some level of athleticism. I'm not going to try to like pick it up. I'm more going to try to like put my body down on the ground and try to kick it forward with my feet.
Okay, let's try this. Give me the sort of the physical athletics. Try and move this thing.
One success.
One success. So as you try to move it, you slip slightly and end up kicking the console, separating it from the rest of the legs. Luckily, it seems to still be attached, like maybe it's got some sort of external power source. But yeah, that was you guys are new here, so you haven't been inoculated to the shenanigans. Our dear Adam, as a survivor, had one option of any atomic-powered piece of science he wants, and he chose his Florida Man crack pipe. So, and you know what? I can't say he's been wrong because that thing's come in handy. So as you accidentally kick the console, it dislodges from the rest of the shattered legs and sort of tunk tumbles across the surface of this craft and into the empty bay, landing with an echoing clang.
So I'm going to follow it inside of the bay then.
Okay, you descend into the bay. The smell of seawater gets much stronger as you're down here.
So I'm going to kind of like bend down to the floor and kind of like investigate the bottom of the vessel and see if there's like any leftover sea salt.
Yes.
Okay.
Like sort of just like dried sea salt from like evaporated water? Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to kind of try to put 2 and 2 together here. I'm going to assume that this vessel floods with water potentially. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that would be my assumption if dolphins are piloting this thing.
I will say neither yay or nay. You may use that information as you wish.
It looked like there's like a... Did you say there's another set of doors down here?
There is another set of doors. So you're in like a cargo bay, and then you see another set of doors, much smaller doors, but still big enough that you think something wearing these legs could get through.
And it doesn't look like they automatically open or anything, right?
You can try the button again.
Yeah, I'm going to try the button again.
Okay, you try the button again, and instantly the doors respond, and they sort of... there's like a hiss as they sort of unseal, almost like an airlock, and then slowly drift up. And as they do so, that smell of seawater gets even stronger, and you can see why. Because as the light from above begins to penetrate into the vessel, below you is this sloshing dark water that seems to fill the lower area of this craft. What I'd like... Give me a percentile roll, Josh.
That is a 62.
Okay, 62?
Yes.
With the way the light is angling, you can't really see into the pool from here. It just looks like some water sloshing around in the shadows. But as the sort of craft sort of bobs peaceably in the air, you can see the water sort of go and recede.
Does it look deep enough that an animal could swim in it?
You can't see the bottom. Judging by what you know of the way the craft looks from the outside, it's possible.
I don't see what look like any controls.
Not from where you're standing.
I'm going to get in the water and kind of look under.
Okay, so you sort of put legs in, push off the side, and you sort of duck down, sploosh under the water. You seem to be alone in the vessel. The bottom of this, literally the entire bottom half of this craft is flooded, and towards the front, you do see what appears to be a windshield, for lack of a better term, a viewport that looks out onto the rest of the armory and the fleet of these strange cruisers. And you do see these strange sort of knobs and dials and buttons arrayed in a console across the entire front of the ship. There is no chair. It looks like there's sort of a cavity that these things might plug into with their legs, but and maybe interface that way. But this does appear to be the controls.
Okay. Assuming the vessel is still floating, right? Nothing I've pressed has caused it to descend?
Nothing you've pressed has caused the ship to descend yet, no.
Okay. I'm going to go to the control panels.
How's your stamina?
Stamina. I think my stamina should be pretty decent. Stamina is a whopping 2.
2. Okay. Dalen's probably not going to be able to hold her breath very long. You can go to the controls. I'll give you time to do one thing, but then you're going to have to come up for a breath.
I'm going to basically start smashing a bunch of buttons, because at this point...
way to fucking abuse the action economy. Okay. Dalen just sort of. So from the bottom, Lincoln Graham in Florida, you can immediately begin to see the fucking thing just swish back and forth and dip up and down, and then eventually, like, boom, like a rock just sort of drops and tilts to one side, and you hear splashing inside. The stream still has changeling. Aw, I did the thing.
What now?
I forgot to update the Twitch metadata, and now all of our fine raiders have realized the horrible truth that I'm a moron. Okay.
They'll find out sooner or later, though, Chaz. Don't worry.
I mean, it says they came from beneath the sea up top. I don't... If we're fooling anybody, like, I'm sorry, but... I don't know how much credit I can take for that. All right, I'll change that right now.
Somebody shows up and they're like, "This isn't the kind of magic and wonder I was expecting."
There's too much magic with this.
Ridiculous.
They're talking about dolphins. I think they might be meeting selkies. No, here we go. That's the crossover.
We found it. All right, now we have what am I? Jones meet Tinker Tam or Tinkerman.
I do remember reading in the Onyx Path notes that there were a lot of people, at least when Story Path first came out, were like smashing World of Darkness and Story Path together. So it could be interesting.
It's a pretty simple system.
I really like the Story Path system. I think Onyx Path did really well.
Yeah, so once I smash the thing into the floor, I'm going to kind of come back up for air and try to meet everybody in the loading bay.
Okay, so from the ship, you see sort of Detective Dalen Brewer, soaking wet, as she sort of clambers over the edge of one of the open doors, gasping for air. What happens now?
Gentlemen, I have opened myself to the language of the universe, and I have found myself master of technology. Now, let us make our exit.
Oh, HTG memed. So you know what that means.
Yeah, I'm laughing. Yeah, I was looking at that. That's great.
For those of you unfamiliar, it is on our Discord. We have a fridge art channel where we have our lovely viewers love to actually create fan art and memes and jokes of our exploits. So I'm looking forward to this. But first, the bubble. They came from beneath the sea.
They came from beneath the dreaming.
They came.
No, literally, originally they were just calling it They Came from shorthand, and I think they eventually it clicked because now Onyx Path refers to it exclusively as They Came From.
They came. You then cue fucking cyberpunk music.
No.
Oh wow, we lost 2 viewers when I changed the metadata. 2 people were really disappointed that this wasn't Changeling, and we had them going apparently. Okay, what are you guys gonna do?
Told you. I mean, do we have means of escape now?
You have means of clambering into the ship, if that's what you mean. As far as escape, I don't know, unless you want Florida Man to drive.
As an uber nerd, Chaz, what's more destructive, the atomic crack pipe or the Silex?
Oh, were we talking about the fucking Silex from the Brothers War?
Yes.
The Silex was literally a fucking apocalypse. It reshaped all of Dominaria. I'd have to say the Silex. Now, I did give Florida Man Jones the option to detonate the crack pipe. But yeah, the Silex... Was it actually called the Golgothian Silex? I think it was. The Golgothian Silex is definitely more destructive. When the fucking atomic crack pipe causes an ice age. Yes, I'm a fucking nerd. I've spent years of my life honing Magic the Gathering, and God help me, I'm going to use that knowledge eventually.
Well, no, that's a challenge, Adam. You need to make your crack pipe more destructive than the Golgothian Silex.
Can I do like a shoot hot with the Swolnir so he comes back to me every time?
I'm going to explain how the thing works, like the machinery.
You just smash the buttons and it does stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm going to point out that you need to be able to hold your breath for a very long time in order to be able to pilot it.
Like
Florida man, with your intrinsic knowledge of these strange dolphin people and their technology, you look at the controls, you understand how to pilot it, but the controls are very submerged. So you cannot actually operate this piece of machinery without going underwater.
Yes, who can hold his breath?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Florida Man Jones has been training for this his whole life. Taking big crack pipe drags and just holding it before trying to get that uber high.
For those who don't understand why we're not monetized.
So
we are very monetized. We had tons of people donate, subscribe today.
But these jokes about crack and killing dolphins brought to everybody by viewers like you.
Thank you.
It's not pollution though, so it's fine.
That's true. Either Florida Man Jones has got to try to do the ultimate crack pipe lung hold and pilot it, or you got to use the crack pipe as a snorkel, as Daestra suggested.
Use the crack pipe as a snorkel. Oh my god, that's an idiotic idea, and I love it.
Like, my thought was just get enough smoke in there, just so I don't need to breathe anymore.
What?
just to smoke enough crack to, like, I don't know, to blow out the water. do a that's called the whale sprout. Blow the water out.
So you are going to just smoke some crack and hold it in your lungs while you try to pilot the thing?
Yep, and then slowly exhale to make air bubbles.
Adam, do you think if you exhale underwater, you can breathe the bubbles you just exhaled?
Hey, that's how it works in Sonic the Hedgehog, okay?
True, it works.
There is basis for this.
Those aren't the bubbles that Sonic has breathed out, though.
It's video game logic, yeah. All air is just regular air. All air pockets are regular air pockets.
So, what will you do? Smoke enough crack, you don't need to breathe. That is true. That is 100%, technically 100% true. If you smoke enough crack, you will never have to worry about breathing again.
So try that today.
I will say, though, I adhere to the philosophy that you should smoke ribs, not meth.
What if you do both? Just like breathe the meth on the ribs. All
right, Adam. Tell us how you're going to pilot us out of here.
I'm gonna, you try to take a big swig of oxygen, and then, just try to, I guess there's no way for the water to get out, though. It's from the ship, for the vessel.
Do what now?
Like, there's no way to flip the ship over to get the water out of the vessel.
You could.
So I'm gonna try to do that. So I'll try to jump in there, pilot, do a barrel roll, so it all comes out.
Here's the problem: the bottom is not sealed.
The bottom of the ship isn't sealed?
No. I know that sounds like some bullshit I made up. No, that's in the book.
So the water is just kind of suspended there.
hang on. Let me read it to you from the book. I believe the prefecture of the pod is on like 180 something. Or was it in the adventure? Hang on. I know these things. They're somewhere. In the meantime, please continue. So there's not dead air, dear God.
No.
During this commercial break, we are brought to you by Raid the Shadow Legends, which isn't sponsoring us, really. We just like to say that word. The words.
That word.
Word, what up?
Have you guys heard that they're going to put Ninja in Raid now?
Finally.
I know. The fan base has been clamoring for it.
Are they going to put Raid Smash?
Adam, you fucked up that joke.
Yeah.
No, it was close enough. I'll give it to him. I'm not going to laugh at you, but I give you the prefecture of the pod. Where is it?
I don't need the pity laughs.
Oh,
But
that's
we
right.
still need
They're
Chaz's.
slavers. What's up?
It's only Chaz's one Witcher one quote. Is
Yeah?
it's in the chat, kind of.
So,
Dead air! Somebody make noise!
Hold on. I looked it up earlier because I wanted to know what dolphin actually tasted like, and apparently it tastes like beef liver. It's one of the closest tastes you can compare it to.
Ugh.
Really? That is surprising to me.
I am not a fan of liver.
Me neither.
That's why we drink alcohol.
What?
That's why we drink alcohol. We're not a fan of the livers. Isn't that the thing that processes alcohol, right?
And it's the thing that processes toxins.
Yeah, so alcohol is considered one of those.
Yes. Adam, yes it is.
So, Tom, on your list of exotic animals to eat, does panda still make the top?
Yes.
Pandas and penguins.
I don't care to... Well, I mean, I want to eat one of every animal, but... Like, there's priorities.
It's the Charles Darwin challenge. To eat one of every animal.
Yeah, wasn't the Galapagos turtle really good?
So good, they couldn't get one back to England, I believe. People just kept eating the damn things.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have been so tasty. Have they thought about that?
I think they had.
It just sounds like they were evolutionarily weak.
Why did evolution make you so tasty?
I'm assuming it's not possible to eat a Komodo dragon, though.
You can eat anything, Adam.
I guess.
Did you say eat Komodo dragon, though?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure the meat.
I officially have no fucking idea where I read that the amphiboflyers weren't sealed. So, fuck it. I will absolutely allow you to barrel roll the water out. Where do you dump it?
Where the other dolphins are? Or I guess they're still behind us, right? The ones that were...
No, they fucked off. You you talked your way out of that.
Let's drop it in where everything else is. We're leaving this joint anyway. Yeah. It's going to be like a foot of water or a couple of feet of water, I'm assuming. Yeah.
So you're just going to do it on the spot, just flip it around and dump it?
Yeah, just flip it around, dump it. Legal dumping, and get ready to take off.
When you dump it, are you the only one in the amphiboflyer?
What's
up?
I'm assuming we're all in there.
So what do you hang on to as Florida man just 360s this thing?
Oh, I'm assuming nothing. I'm assuming you're not telling us. Or if it looks like he's about to like swivel it really hard using something, I'm gonna try running along the edges.
So you stay on the.
Honestly, that's on brand. That's okay. Everyone who wants to run along the edges, give me another physical athletics, as Florida Man completely barrel rolls this thing.
What about the senator?
I'm rolling for the senator.
I'm gonna say, Senator, I hope you were on the track team in college.
So as Florida Man sort of goes down there and takes the helm, and the thing begins to like dip back up and sort of as the energy sort of takes hold, spreads to the edges of the craft. He doesn't seem to take notice. He sort of bends down over the shall we call it the control pool, and he is just greedily gulping up handfuls of this seawater. And I specify it is seawater. All right, everybody, give me the rolls.
I got 3.
I wasn't going to run along the walls. I was just going to grab the floor.
Okay. I figured you were going to do something like that.
Oh.
I'm gonna deal it and plunge your feet into the floor.
So yeah, I 100% believe that it is on brand for 50s sci-fi movie. So as Florida Man rolls this around, everybody just sort of walks, and they just rotate the set in the background. And you can see as Florida Man dumps out the water, you see the senator sort of like try and greedily rush after it, trying to grab a couple extra handfuls before the craft is emptied. And he just sort of looks forlorn as it all splatters out the bottom of the craft.
I Dolphin, I'm like, what are you doing there?
Don't worry. Water everywhere.
Oh, sorry, I'm just so very thirsty all of a sudden.
We drag the senator out into the ocean when we leave.
What now?
Like, I'm debating whether we should just like eject him out into the ocean as we're flying away.
Oh, he's definitely a sleeper agent.
Just 20.
I mean, really, can't the world deal with one less U.S. senator?
Perhaps we'll get a better senator, one that played college ball.
In nanotech.
They can vote me for senator. I can understand the language of the citizens in the water.
You're totally untapped constituents beneath the waves.
Yeah.
This community's been underserved for too long.
Yeah.
The silent minority.
Solid man. They do echolocation to me.
So, Florida Man, pilot us out of here.
I started heading out.
All right, Florida Man. So, I know Lincoln Graham wanted to Swolnir as you guys were leaving. So where is everybody? You have sort of your lower bay, you have the upper cargo bay, and then I guess just riding on the bumper.
So I still have the control to open the bay doors. I can quickly open the bay door to let Lincoln Graham into the upper bay.
Well, I mean, Florida Man knows how to work this. He can just do whatever he wants. But yeah, I mean, what were you going to do?
No, my suggestion would be that we quickly open the bay so that Lincoln Graham can kind of stick his head out and throw Swolnir and grab it back as it swings back to him.
All right, is that what you guys are doing?
I'm gonna need my target pointed out to me.
So I will like hold my breath and point it out to him.
So you understand. What you are proposing is opening the doors. But the crushing pressure of the seawater that you're going to be poking your head out into is going to be immense, and it's going to be crushing down on you as those doors open.
I also believe this is a 50s sci-fi movie, and the directors didn't think of that.
I know you're right about that, but that still seems like bullshit.
Can we use the writer's pool to...
Okay, I'll allow it.
I want to use the writer's pool. I was, as Adam said it, I thought of it.
Yeah.
And I want to use the narration from the writer's pool.
You are short one rewrite for that. Normally, your writer's pool fills up as you fail, and I don't think anybody's failed to roll this entire thing.
Damn it.
I failed one last session, I think, yeah. That's why I spoke Dolphin.
Okay, did you?
I think so.
No, he succeeded.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. In the spirit of the game, and because it entertains me, I will GM Fiat once and allow you access to the Omniscient Narrator cinematic for one rewrite, if the group agrees.
Adam does not agree.
He botched the roll, that's why... Did he actually botch? I don't remember dick shit, Daestra. I rely on you people to watch. I don't watch our videos. I'm here in the moment, baby. Yorkie!
Ah, the English one has arrived. We're under the water.
I will... Okay, so then, tell you what. If Daestra is right, and he did botch, then that is going to be... Then I add 2 rewrites to the pool. So you guys actually have 3.
2.
In that case, I want to use the narration one.
Omniscient Narrator. Okay. Then you have control for this scene.
So the science narration going on, it's going to acknowledge that usually deep down in the very depths of the ocean, immense pressure would prevent the doors from opening and would immediately flood the vessel with water. The dolphins, as part of their highly advanced bubble tech, actually have a spear bubble going around their vessels that allows them, in order to be able to quickly enter and exit the vessels in case of an emergency without crushing them or having the water go in order to allow the transport of their human slaves. Which is why we can open it, not immediately get crushed by water and the crushing pressure of the ocean, and quickly adjust to the pressure outside in order for me to point out where the pipes are so that Lincoln Graham can do the work that Swolnir was meant to do.
Okay. I won't even make you roll for it, especially since you used Omniscient Narrator. So, the bays of the door open as Dalen and Lincoln Graham sort of poke their heads out, cheeks wide as they hold their breath, their hair bobbing in the water as Dalen sort of points to the center of the bubble city where you see the power conduit sort of going into the rock. Lincoln Graham, you throw Swolnir?
Throw Swolnir.
All right. As you throw Swolnir, there's this loud thud that sort of ripples through the craft, or through the ocean. One by one, you see lights in the city blink out as it goes entirely dark. And there is sort of warbling through the water, the sound of screaming as every one of the force fields collapses and seawater rushes down in an apocalyptic tide, red clouds springing from the city en masse.
Yay, we did it!
Heroes.
We saved the city, guys.
We're heroes.
Humanity check. No.
Humanity check. Thankfully, we're not playing that game. So I'm going to kind of like somberly get back into the vessel as we close the top. And I'm going to look to the group. I'm like, better that they died like men than continue to live under dolphin communism.
You say as Florida Man is literally like boom, boom, pushing through like these smashed bodies and bones and dolphin corpses.
That's the America we all know and love, but I speak in dolphin.
The thing we're not seeing, though, is the Nazi propagator swimming and making his getaway before the city collapses.
You're damn straight.
He just swims alongside the amphibia flyer, shakes his clawed fist, and swims away.
No, even better, he's underneath it where we can't see him, kind of like hooked onto it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yay, sequel baiting.
The recurring villain forever and ever.
All right, Adam. Where are you driving the shit show?
Well, I don't know where I'm going because I don't know the ocean that well.
Oh yeah, that's true. You were completely unconscious when you were dragged that way. I will say that Dalen and Lincoln can probably guide you pretty well, especially since Lincoln fucking swam here.
I know I go up, but that's it.
Oh, that's my advice: is go up.
No, we see going to space.
All right. So the amphiboflyer sort of breaks up through the surface of the water as you sort of pull into port, and you can see the Coast Guard ships sort of waiting, and there's a crowd gathered as this sleek alien craft glides through the water and comes to a stop. The bay doors open, and applause erupts from the crowd as the disheveled, wet-looking senator pops up from the top, waving to everyone down below.
Is the beach still full of protein powder?
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. The fucking streets are still like white. You can see these poor bastards with like push brooms trying to clean it.
You put that in quotations, Adam, but I do believe that is protein powder.
Oh, Florida Man doesn't know about it yet.
But Adam does.
Oh.
You weren't asking in character.
Yep.
On the other side of the crowd, from the top of the amphiboflyer, you can see Special Agent Felix Campbell stands outside of a unmarked black van, just sort of looking in your direction as he sips from his thermos.
Little did he know that his thermos was switched with Dalen's. He's drinking dolphin.
I'm going to kind of exit the vessel as the hubbub is focused around the center. And I'm going to go up to the agent. I'm going to hand him my thermos. I'm going to say there's some kind of experimental liquid in there that the senator's kidnappers experimented on him with. We're probably going to have to run some tests on this and keep a very close eye on him.
Experimental liquid, you say? Can you tell me more about it?
He seemed to have dunked his head into the vessel, and he is experiencing some strange urges to drink seawater. I believe they're trying to make him into some sort of double agent.
Well, this is a very serious find, Detective. You're certain to be commended for this. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break, and job well done. And he sort of sets down his own thermos to extend a hand in your direction.
The grind never quits.
On behalf of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, we owe all of you a great debt of gratitude to the service you've done for the United States of America. And he sort of picks up his thermos again, takes a long drag.
Does he sip out of the right thermos, though?
Yes. He sips out of his own.
Have him real percentile.
Well, if I'm getting a break, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm thinking I might like to go somewhere like Arizona. Preferably somewhere far away from the ocean.
Why not New Mexico?
And New Mexico is too nice. If I'm trying to go somewhere, if I'm trying to go completely barren wasteland away from water and human civilization, I guess Nevada too.
Yusuf, if that is a Venture Brothers quote, I raise my bottle in your direction. He sort of opens the back door for the senator to get in. We've made emergency accommodation should the senator's security be compromised. He's in good hands, folks. At this point, I'd say mission accomplished.
I've heard that before.
Perhaps the director will hear a good word about this then, and that his faith was well placed with these two.
As I do a dolphin laugh.
Well, if there's nothing else then, folks, my job is unfortunately not finished. As he will sort of climb into the car on the passenger side and you can see the black car begin to recede into the distance. What do the three of you do?
I will turn to my associates. I will say, gentlemen, I hear that they make some fine crab cakes here.
I need to go to the shipping post to get my weight back.
I'll follow
Which
the
was,
detective.
I mean, they were posted in the same diner.
In that case, it's postal services and crab cakes for everyone.
And protein powder.
I avenged my protein powder.
You still have my crack though, right?
I think you nailed your crack.
I what?
Didn't you guys get your crack switched up and you mailed the protein powder? And he ended up... you mailed the protein powder and he spread the actual protein powder everywhere.
I don't remember mailing anything besides Swolner.
Yeah, you guys still have the absolute bag of crack.
Was it a bucket of crack or was
It was a bag.
Yeah. Can I smell it?
You can't smell my bucket. That's weird.
So what do you do?
I think we're all going to the diner.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to the diner and wait for all this to blow over.
Epilogue. I'm
As
getting
you-
crab cakes.
As you arrive at the Ocean View Diner, you see something you don't expect to see. The black car that the Senator and Special Agent Campbell left in is pulled up outside. There doesn't appear to be anyone inside the car.
So whose car was it?
Is an unmarked black vehicle that you saw the Senator and Special Agent Campbell leaving.
I try to open the driver door.
It is locked, Adam.
Huh.
Try going through the
Again.
window.
Yeah, leave the window unrolled. Roll down.
I mean, everybody's window is unrolled when you smash it with an atomic crack pipe.
Use the blunt end of the crack pipe. Sitting there.
It has a sharp end?
The sharp end. That's what you use to cut the metal. Not the metal, no.
I will approach the car and see if anybody rolls the window down or anything.
No. The car does appear to be empty. You can see that Special Agent Campbell has left the thermos that he's been drinking out of, but he did take the experimental one that you gave him. So his thermos
Enter
is...
the diner then.
Huh?
I will enter the diner then.
Okay. What about the rest of you two?
Yeah, I could flip the car upside down. Maybe they'll come out then.
No, and literally when you look in the windows, there's nobody in it.
They're just hiding. They're just shy. Flip it. I just heard the Lincoln Graham to flip it.
Okay, I flipped the car.
Smash.
Now does the door open? Or do the airbags?
Lincoln Graham, roll percentile dice for me.
Go on the road, how you do? Let's find out. 34.
As you flip the car over, Special Agent Campbell's thermos falls and sort of bursts open on the roof of the car. And as it does so, what trickles out of the thermos is not coffee, but water.
So we took the wrong thermos. We mixed them up.
He was a double agent all along.
Detective Dalen, as you enter the diner, you can. It looks to be empty. You don't see any sign of Campbell. You don't see any sign of the senator or any other patrons. There's just a young, maybe high school, early college age kid with sort of a greasy face and acne as he wipes down empty milkshake cups behind the counter.
I will sit down at a vinyl stool and I will say, son, I will have 1 pot of coffee and 1 plate of crab cakes.
Absolutely, ma'am. You new in town? He says as he starts sort of cooking up some small talk as he pours the coffee and submits your order to the kitchen.
Say nope.
He's not
Just
scraggly
look at
voiced teenager.
What are Lincoln and Florida Man doing?
I'm gonna see like the windows cracked on the in the cars. So I'm just gonna crawl in there.
Okay, Adam, you enter the upside down flipped car that is very broken at this point.
Do I see any like letters or anything like the like I don't know anything that would like leave a clue to where they went or anything? Yeah.
No, Adam. The car parked outside the Ocean View Diner has no clues as to where they might have gone once they left the car parked outside the Ocean View Diner.
Get 1 letter, Adam. The gas is empty. E.
Guess I'll go to the diner then with glass and all over the body still. Unable to order food for myself.
I have untapped potential in terms of advanced technology in society, but at what cost? I can no longer ask for crack.
Adam, give me a stamina roll. We'll go
Me?
double stamina. I believe that's how... I'm either confusing that with V5 or this, but I think when you just roll a stat, you roll it twice.
Okay. Okay. Damn it. And, it was 1. So many ones, damn it. I think I bought basically. They had like 3 1s and 3 8s.
3 1s and 3 8s. Ones do not subtract from successes in the system, so
Okay.
that's 3 successes.
Okay, I forgot.
It is up to you whether or not Florida Man Jones is still high.
I I mean, I think he has to be, right? He's like Archer. I can't say that word anymore for some reason.
It's hard to articulate.
Illuminated I don't know what's wrong with my brain.
I'm like slowly I'm so high, but I'm like barely getting down from the high. So I take another whiff of the crack, to keep myself sane.
Okay, so you're still fucked up, and you can still only speak Dolphin.
Yeah.
All right. Florida Man, you enter the diner. You see Detective Dalen sitting there with a steaming pot of coffee, making small talk with a young college-age kid at the diner. There is a order hanging in the kitchen window, sort of clothes-pinned to that string that they keep there. It doesn't look like anybody's come to grab it.
Can I see what it says?
Yeah, it says 1 plate of crab cakes.
Hmm.
I will enter the diner as well.
All right, and then you see quite the same scene.
But wait, rather, where it says one thing of crab cakes and just point at it and then point to myself.
I will sit down with the detective.
So the kid behind the counter looks up at you. Another plate of crab cake, sir?
I do thumbs up.
All right, so he'll scribble it down on his little restaurant-style paper, pin it to the string, and there it sits. Lincoln Graham, you sit next to Detective Dalen.
You have steak?
I'm sure I can rustle some up for you, sir. You look like a man that enjoys his protein.
Yes, I'll take 6.
6 steaks right away, sir. Can I get you anything while you wait? As he fills out his little paper.
Just get 1 steak at each level of doneness.
And a
I would
bunch
like
of
a steak
eggs.
for an appetizer as well.
I will start off with a blue steak, move on to a rare steak, move on to medium rare, move on to medium well, and then because I hate myself, well done.
just to punish myself. I don't want to get too happy or I'll stop working.
And you like jerky, right?
I do like jerky, that is fair. But I don't like an 1-inch thick piece of jerky. Adam.
Yes.
Roll 1 die for me and tell me what it is.
It is a 9.
A 9. All right. All right, so you see the young kid behind the counter sort of refills your coffee, tries to make small talk with you. The orders have been hanging in that window ever since Dalen came in. And come to think of it, you don't hear any cooks in the back. You don't hear really much of anything. There's no scraping of pans. There's no sloshing of water. There might be dishwashers. It's almost haunting as those pieces of paper just kind of hang there for a bit.
I'll order a glass of homemade water.
Homemade water, sir?
Yes, I don't like manufactured water. It's not healthy.
I can get you some from the tap if you like.
Is it homemade?
It comes from right here in Maine, sir.
Was it made in house?
In the great municipal water treatment plant.
Is that here?
It's in Portland, yes, sir.
And I'll take 6 glasses.
6 glasses, yes, sir. As he sort of...
Is that something you've actually heard before?
No.
I wouldn't put it past you. The kid goes back into the kitchen to fetch your 6 glasses of homemade water, leaving you alone for a moment. Josh, roll 1 die for me.
I don't know why he was so confused.
Got a 3.
A 3.
Next thing you know, he's gonna not understand why I don't want bones in my pizza. Why I want boneless pizza.
Understand that I want boneless pizza. So my order's taking a while. I'm going to kind of lean over the counter and see what's going on while the kid's getting the water.
So he's got 6 cups, like 6 glass mugs for like root beer floats, and he's at the sink. You hear the rush of the water as he fills them up one by one. The rest of the kitchen doesn't seem to be empty. It doesn't look like there's a cook on duty. And as you're doing so, you begin to feel the diner rumble slightly. And the kid looks up, surprised, his eyes darting back and forth. Your coffee on the table is sort of doing one of these. What do you do?
I'm going to pick up my coffee and basically use it as a tremor scale and try to follow it to see where the tremor's coming from.
It feels like it's coming from right beneath you.
And from there.
From beneath the streets.
Coffee's still in my hand. I'm basically going to walk through the kitchen looking down at my coffee to make sure it doesn't spill. And step out the back through the kitchen, ignoring the kid if he tries to say anything.
Oh, you can't. Where are you headed?
Outside to see what I can see.
Okay. Once you get outside, the rumbling seems to stop. It seems to be localized to the Ocean View Diner. Lincoln, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for my food, and I'm starting to get hangry.
So he grabs the earth and stops the shaking.
Florida man, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go. I see the kid going back to the behind the counter, behind the thing to stop Josh. We take some money from the register.
You're gonna rob the fucking register?
It's a couple. It's a quick. It's a quick buck. It's in the 20s or whatever their money equivalent is in there to pay for the food.
Tom, roll 1 die for me.
It's a 4.
4.
The government doesn't pay me enough.
I would like everyone to roll double stamina for me, please.
Like double our dice and stamina?
You roll your stamina pool twice, basically.
Ooh, double explosions.
I got
How much?
0.
0.
I got 4 suspected.
Got 4 so far. Another explosion? Yeah. There, and then you got 1 more explosion? Yeah.
You're an asshole, Adam, but I love you. We need to give you dice.
No, I got something like 8 successes.
8 successes. Lincoln Graham, as you're beginning to get hangry, you look over Florida Man Jones' shoulder as he's robbing the register, and with a loud bang, you can see through the window of the kitchen, the door to the freezer is thrown open, and there's this blinding blue flash of light that just sort of envelops your vision. Dalen, as you're outside, the diner explodes. You are thrown to your back. Because you're outside, I'll give you half damage. So you're actually going to take 5 points of bashing damage as you're thrown to the ground and just pelted with essentially shrapnel and pieces of brick and a part of the stove that goes flying through the air. Florida Man, you soaked 8.
Yep.
You have some minor burns on your back as you are thrown through the kitchen, ejected out the glass doors. And how much did you soak, Lincoln?
4.
4?
4.
All right. You are not thrown quite as far as Florida Man, and you are covered in sort of these coruscating blue flames. Dalen, as you sort of look up and the dust clears, what is left of the foundation of the diner is ablaze in blue fire, and you can see an ophibo-flyer rising from a crater in the ground. And it immediately begins to reorient itself towards the horizon and dart away as it engages a cloaking device.
They took off my money. I'm gonna get back with them.
Now you got about $40 in your hand.
Okay, I'm good.
Jeez. A lot of money back then.
He took 2 20s and okay, like he got like a 20 and like 2 5s and like a stack of bills. But roll 1d10 for me, Adam.
Can I roll some dexterity athletics to see if I manage to save my cup of coffee?
You did, absolutely. It's instinctive at this point.
Okay. Oh, flew out of the thing. At the 4.
A 4. So, roughly a third of your money is on fire. Blue fire.
What is it? The blue flames.
Chad's right though. $40. You might be able to buy yourself one of those Sears homes.
Hey, Periclesius, how's it going?
You're still alive. Congrats.
Did that sound vaguely threatening? Possibly.
Hey, Real Canton, how you doing? Blue fire, also known in Illinois taxes.
For a second there, my internet just cut out, so I couldn't hear anything. Yeah.
All right. The poor child in the kitchen does appear to be very dead, as his corpse is currently immolating with blue fire.
Yeah, they can't show that. This just got R-rated.
They could have like a practical effect. It would look really dumb by today's standard. Or you could just, see Lincoln Graham and Florida Man sit up as his sort of just hand burns or something.
It's all chocolate sauce dripping off of him. What I think is what they use for Psycho for the stabbing scene.
I don't think the crack pipe's that much of a Deus Ex Machina.
Adam, you smoke some of the crack and then you give him the kiss of life as you blow the crack into his lungs.
Yep.
Reinvigorating him.
But he's addicted to crack afterwards.
I know.
He might be addicted to crack, but he'll still be alive.
I'm not sure my crack. Only if I have to.
Well, the bucket of crack is now exploded.
They're just burning crack.
That's what the blue flame was.
Just crack smoke filling the streets. So, the aliens have fled. However, you have committed genocide on an entire city and thwarted the plans of the aliens this day. Tell me what the epilogue of this movie looks like.
So I'm going to kind of sit up, take a sip of my coffee, kind of look off into the distance, and I'll be like, J. Edgar Hoover is not going to want to hear about this.
Doesn't want to hear about anything. Unless it's positive for him.
It's okay. I was reading a book about like criminology and whatnot, and like serial killer profiling in the FBI. And apparently, during the J. Edgar Hoover administration, like if you were an FBI agent and you were in the office, they would kick you out and be like, "Go solve cases, damn it! Don't sit in the office." So, well, we'll just stay out in the field for now.
We'll wait till this blows over. Adam, what does your bit of the epilogue look like?
I look at my burning money. Look up at the spacecraft that flew off. What a fucked up day.
This day's been weird, man.
Then you use the burning money to light your crack pipe.
Yeah, I do that. I just roll it up and just use it to light. What a fucked up day. There you go.
Tom, what does Lincoln Graham's epilogue look like?
He vows vengeance on his fallen stakes. Because he is still angry.
Still
Fixes
hanging.
them well done.
And in the distance, past the smoke and the licking tongues of flame, dripping with seawater, a Nazi crocagator glares in defiance and shakes a clawed fist in your direction. And with that is the end of The Bubble.
Can't wait for the third part where we have to team up with the Nazi crocagator against a cop enemy.
Like King Kong versus Godzilla.
Spoilers. For the most obvious twist ever.
But I've been talking about the old one.
Batman vs Superman.
Okay, everybody attended the game, yes? Was anybody actually not here that I'm unaware of?
Kyle.
I was aware of that. Did anybody achieve a short-term aspiration this game?
I've had to put. Oh.
Yeah, was that words, Adam?
I've had to put a thingamajig for those for this session.
Okay, if you did, what would it have been?
I don't know, like do shenanigans. I don't know. That's not even an aspiration, though. That's
a way of life.
There's guaranteed happenings.
Have you all ever played Fleshscape? I can't say I've heard of that.
Anything like Fatal.
Actually, I might have heard of Fleshscape. Hang on, if I could see the cover of the book. Oh yeah, I've never fucking seen that in my life. Sorry.
They literally have eyes.
Dude, that was my favorite part of that movie.
So no short-term aspirations, anybody?
No.
Any long-term aspirations?
I don't think so. Not after what happened at the end.
Commit genocide.
Oh no, my long-term goal was to get promoted.
Imagine someone's long-term aspiration was commit genocide.
Actually, exterminate an alien race is listed as an example long-term goal in the book. So, somebody's was.
I hope that person doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I thought too. Did you spend half the writer's pool in a single scene? Yes, you did. So we're at 2 for everybody so far. Did we reach a story milestone? Yes, we did. So that's 3. And you completed a group story. So 6 XP for every motherfucker here. And now you may vote for the bonus.
Give it to Lincoln Graham for decimating a dolphin against the side of the bubble, as well as for committing genocide.
Without a humanity checking.
That was a team effort.
Gets the credit.
All right.
Josh, well, it was a team effort. Yeah, I vote for the team.
Josh for post-bomb coffee sip. Come on, guys. Who else? Who else we voting for? Adam, where's it going for? Vote for Lincoln and Swolneering and everything else. I counted. 2 for Tom.
I was gonna pick Swolnir.
You're voting for Swolnir?
I'm always gonna vote for Swolnir now.
Well, Swolnir uses your XP, so it's kind of like a roundabout way of voting for yourself. Whoever contributed the most to war crimes, yeah, that's also Tom.
I will put that on my resume next time. So your resume here says you contributed the most to war crimes. Here to explain that one?
No.
I like to consider myself a bit of a team leader in that department.
We have to follow our YouTube channel to find out.
Did I earn the begrudging respect of the Nazi? If only we could have been that efficient.
Whoever broke the most Geneva Conventions. Well, it might be Tom, right? But I'm pretty sure the Geneva Convention says you're not allowed to smoke your enemies, so probably Adam.
It's smoked.
I'm going to count that one as a vote for Adam, so just because he's weird.
We wouldn't have gotten the Swolnir explosion without the Riders Pool shenanigans. So the Darren Brewer.
Okay.
And also the coffee sip.
2 votes for Josh. Anybody else? I'm a week behind, so I'm afraid I don't have comment votes. I apologize. Go Minasari. It has been a busy week for me. Did he shake his claws at the group, but gave Tom a thumb claws up?
Just an angry one.
Yeah.
All right. If there are no further votes coming in, Tom, you have taken the bonus XP running.
Yay.
All right. So, me and Josh were talking, and, well...
Prove it.
Josh, did we talk?
Confirm or deny nothing.
Do what now?
I will confirm nor deny anything.
Okay. So that's a strong possibly. So we're kind of feeling that bouncing around the way we do with the TTRPG stuff kind of hurts us more than helps, because our audience very frequently has no idea what we're streaming, when, and that kind of feels like a bad thing. So what me and Josh were talking about is, rather than alternating, like him taking the first week of the month and I get 2 weeks out of the month, and then just switching off month by month. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give Josh the rest of, well, Tom is next week, and then the week after is going to be Josh's. And then Josh, did you want to take next month, or do you want me to take next month? You're cutting out, buddy. We couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said I'll take next month.
Okay, so then all of our TTRPG streams, which is basically everything minus Tom's stream, is going to be more Changeling. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Yusuf. So, that being the case, I have a little bit over 6 weeks to prepare what we're going to do next. What are you guys feeling like doing? And I wish Kyle was here so he could throw his vote in too. Because I know for a fact Kyle and Adam have been wanting to do some D&D 5e. I'm down to do that if you guys are. I just got the new Ravenloft book that comes out, or that came out. Fuck you, pen. So we could do some beautiful Ravenloft. We could do some World of Darkness. We could do more They Came From Beneath the Sea, or I also recently picked up Cult Divinity Lost, which is far and away the most metal fucking brutal horror setting I've ever seen in my life, and it's wonderful. It's like somebody like Clive Barker on steroids, smoked out of the atomic crack pipe. It's incredible. Have we ever played All Flesh Must Be Eaten? We have not. But Josh has read All Flesh Stories for the Imaginarium.
Josh, can you confirm or deny this?
Can't, I won't.
Raging Reggie.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What are you guys feeling? Talk to me.
What do you mean for the chat or for us?
Well, I'm mostly talking to you guys. The chat's welcome to put in their 2 cents, but you guys are the guys that are going to have to play it. And
Throw out the Star Wars and say Star Wars.
Bring the Star Wars back. Bring it back to the CAFCON meta.
You know what? I'm not opposed. I think Tom still has my Star Wars book. Tom, do you even know where that is?
Yes, I know exactly. I can look at it right now.
Ah, dude, you're a hero.
No, Lova still.
I'm currently using it as a coaster.
Okay.
That's a joke.
Anti-hero. I know. I got you.
It's currently on top of the Harito fridge.
I don't have that anymore.
Daestra, we all want Adam to run Bessem. Now, if we do Star Wars, do we want to do Saga Edition?
Saga's the one I'm most familiar with.
Yeah, Saga's basically 3.5. Adam, Tom, what are you feeling?
I honestly don't have any preference.
Okay, so Tom votes for V5.
Like, it would be dope for like the metal one, the D&D, or Star Wars.
Metal Star Wars.
Metal Star Wars. Yeah, I was already a matey, but they're the last episode.
So I'm down for any of the suggestions. So you guys let me know what you feel like playing. If we do Star Wars, however, I reserve the right to pick the I don't know how to refer to it, the era, because there are some I am more familiar with than others.
As long as they're legacy eras.
Oh yeah. I'm not super thrilled with the new movies. I don't really think anybody is.
As long as it's the Old Republic.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a stretch. Despite the fact that I own both Kodors, I've spent precious little time with them. I know it's a sin. I know Yusuf's about to yell at me, but it's one
simple chess. Huh? Just play both Kodor games.
Yeah,
I fucking need to. Okay, so Josh wants Star Wars. Adam said either Star Wars, D&D, or Cult Divinity Lost. So, Tom, why don't you be the tiebreaker? What do you feel like?
Then I'd say Sturders.
You want to do the Sturders?
Yeah, do.
And Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. Well, that's because we found a fucking case that said that.
Oh, the Star Wars.
The Star Wars.
I think I actually have that case in my possession. The one.
I don't think we ever bought it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we found it at what was it?
Entertainment.
FYE.
I swear I've seen it. Am I hallucinating this?
I think you may be hallucinating this.
Fuck me, I might be hallucinating it. Okay. So then, in which case?
Oh, you gotta play KOTOR 2 with the restoration mod.
What's the restoration mod?
For KOTOR 2, if you don't have the mod, it is quite literally unplayable at some points. Then, for some reason, there's cut content in the game that's fully functional, that you can only access with the restoration mod. And it's unknown why it was cut. Or I don't know, maybe somebody does know, but I don't know why.
Pretty sure it's just cut due to time constraints.
Yeah, that's the suggestion for main translates to make sure one.
Look, HTG. It is against Twitch TOS to stream human suffering. However, Josh has graciously decided to volunteer.
Yes, I want to play all 3 Witcher games and then run at least a Witcher one-shot with the Witcher tabletop RPG.
Okay, so Josh is going to run... So next week is going to be Tom's stream, which he still doesn't know what he's streaming yet. Or I guess he does, but it's a surprise. I don't know. The week after that, it's going to be Changeling all the way down through August, minus Tom's. And then in September, we will start some Star Wars. I think it'll be cool.
We do have to get like a logo with the Star Wars.
No, Star Wars September.
Like at least for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I feel like if I do that, it's racist. Like, you guys can do that.
I mean, you're the one putting the thumbnail together, Chaz. I as a Hispanic, give you free reign to use the Star Wars.
You're Hispanic?
And the authority invested in me as a POC, which apparently gives me some power to hand out holidays or whatever that some people claim they need.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I was totally gonna be a Gungan jizz whaler in a campaign that Tom was gonna run, but I don't think we ever got around to it.
For anybody who doesn't get the joke, it's the way people with like thick Spanish accents tend to pronounce Star Wars is Star Wars, spelled like that.
Okay, yeah. So we're good. The fan art. We must do the fan art. Okay,
Yeah,
I should look at this first.
And to find someone to raid.
Oh yeah, so that too. All right, we go to full Discord mode.
A Gungan Jizz Whaler Paraclesius. Jizz is a style of music played in the Star Wars universe. And so, a whaler, as in somebody who wails on the instrument, hence the Gungan Jizz Whaler.
That's legitimately impressive, HTG.
The diamond-shaped triangle, guys. Never forget.
That fucker literally has facets too. That is a diamond-shaped fucking triangle. And you got the best screen cap of fucking Adam too.
Me and my half link? No.
Oh, I gotta go back to her. Are we all in the same spot? We are. No, I don't want... I do not want to... I'm talking to Capcom Josh right now. I don't need to message him. There we go. My mouse is like super broken, so it'll like double and triple click sometimes if I just hit it once. Okay, so real quick, join the Discord if you have not already, so you can see all these lovely memes. And let's face it, we have a way better community than we deserve. Please be a part of it. My new book is live over on Amazon.com/KindleVella. It is called Litany of Fire, Destroyer, a historical fantasy set during the time of the Black Plague and the 100 Years' War. It's got demons, so it's like black metal that you read. In the meantime, let's find somebody to raid, and I shall do that here. While I find somebody to raid, Josh, say something smart.
Say it's like black metal, but less racist.
Is black metal typically racist? I know there's NSBM, but I mean, as a whole, does it have that... Hey, Adam, did you literally, of your own accord, go find my book and post a link?
I had it already saved. I'm like, waiting for remember, and I'm like, oh yeah, what was it to do? There we go.
Adam. Adam, right here, man. Right here.
I'm doing the marketing for you because you're not good at marketing sometimes. Well, neither are we. We're all figuring this out together.
Oh, Adam, I wish what you said was less true. I am happily taking suggestions for who to raid because I get analysis paralysis when it comes to this shit.
Gosh, quick. Make the decision.
Let somebody playing a Game Boy Advance game and send them over there.
I probably could, actually. Let's see what's on retro. But ideally we should raid people who are doing tabletop, right? Because that's how we grow.
We're the highest viewing tabletop.
Okay, so there are a couple of English-speaking streams in... So, not bad. Icons. What the hell is icons?
Oh, but on the whole black metal thing, I don't think black metal is racist. I think the idea, the whole Norwegian pride thing, and like going back to pagan roots and rejecting Christianity is cool and all. It's just people like Varg took that to be like Norwegian superiority.
Oh, yeah, well, Varg... Look, I've said this 100 times. You don't become a Nazi by fucking following logic. Varg is an idiot regardless.
I know.
Boa Notes is on. We could raid them. I think there's a little bit of a language barrier which keeps our things from overlapping, which is the only reason why I don't.
There's also like the Cafe Cat is also.
Oh, they're on too. Okay, let's be friends with those guys.
Yeah.
Are they actually on, or is it a rerun? Because I've made that mistake.
I'm checking there.
Varg is a famous black metal musician. He used to play in Burzum and was technically in Mayhem at one point. He's the one that stabbed Euronymous to death and got sent to jail for like a decade and a half.
I think they are. They're on, it looks like, yeah.
Okay, thank you all for joining us. Have a great night. Next Changeling, then Star Wars. Bye, guys.
Fast.
I think we're rating.
Yes, we are now.
I gotta get some sleep.
All right,
Hi,
good night,
Josh.
buddy.